What's up, YouTube? My name is Bob Morrison, and welcome back to Nerdly. Today in Nerdly, I am probably going to do 2 more card sets, and then this will be a long series, but hopefully I can get through a few more. So, the first card set that I have is, if you don't know, this is part 2. You might want to check out part 1, which will be posted around the same time. It'll say part 1 in the title, so you know which one. And I'm just reviewing my playing card set this week, because I like stuff like that. So this one is actually very important to me. If you've never known, I don't think I've talked about this a lot. I'm from Canada, if that doesn't surprise you. I actually have a shirt that looks like this. It looks like the old Navy shirt, which is Captain America, but instead it's a leaf, and it says Niagara Falls on it. And this kind of looks like Captain Canuck's shirt. He's like our version of he's like Superman. Superman was Canadian, so he's a superhero. So this is the bicycle Canada 150 edition for for playing cards. And here's a fun fact: the town that I live in is older than Canada, like Canada's Confederacy. Whitby is where I live. It turned 150 in 2005, I think. So yeah, it's very much older than Canada's Confederacy, which is pretty wicked. So anyways, on the back of the box it says, celebrating Canada's 150th anniversary with 52 cards featuring iconic photos of Canada. So that's what it looks like. So I'm just going to open this and then let's get started. Sorry, I was just picking out my favorite cards that I have in here, because I have a lot of favorite cards. So the back of the card, the playing card is actually a nice made finish. So the back of the playing card looks like this. It says Canada 150 on it, and also what this thing includes, what the set includes, is these two cards here, which is Canada historical moments. So I'll read a few for you. July 1st, 1867, the Dominion of Canada unites Ontario, which is where I'm from, Quebec, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia, with Sir John A. Macdonald becoming the first Prime Minister. This is interesting. August 3rd, 1876. The first telephone call is made by inventor Alexander Graham Bell in Mount Pleasant, Ontario, to Brantford, Ontario. You hear it here, folks. Here's another one. April 12th, 1980. Terry Fox begins his Marathon of Hope, beginning in St. John's, Newfoundland, and is forced to end his journey near Thunder Bay, Ontario, September 1st, 1980, when his cancer returns. Every year, millions of people in close to 25 countries participate in Terry Fox fundraising events, raising over $650 million to support cancer research in Terry's name, which is pretty cool. They have a bunch of other facts here. Here's a fact that's closer to our time. December 8th, 2016, Viola Desmond is the first woman to appear on the $10 bill, described as Canada's Rosa Parks for her 1946 decision to sit in a whites-only section of a Nova Scotian movie theater. Yeah, that's true. We had the segregation stuff too, which is kind of shitty, but it's part of history, which is interesting. So, the cards that I picked for my favorite. And also in 2016 is when if you've never heard of it. I get a chance to talk about where I'm from. If you've never heard of it, there's a really awesome band called the Tragically Hip, and I insist that you check them out. And their lead singer, Gord Downey, he died from brain cancer, if you've never heard of him. And he's like one of my heroes, though, because he was like a really cool dude. And anyways, in 2016 they did their Canada tour, where they went all over Canada doing their Man Machine poem and also other songs from all of their albums. And my favorite album is Phantom Power, which I think came out in 1998, if I'm certain. I can't really remember, though, and it's got all my favorites on there, like Escape as a Hand for the Traveling Man, like all those cool songs. Sorry, it's a sidetrack, but it's a good album. That's all I'm saying. So anyways, so these are some cool ones. This is Whistler BC, and it's for like skiing and stuff. It's really nice up there. This is Newfoundland. Well, part of it. Newfoundland is a place that I've always wanted to go to, and I think it might be really cool. This is the West Edmonton. This is a pirate ship in the West Edmonton Mall. If you don't know what it is, it's kind of like Mall of America. It's like really, really big, and there's like a roller coaster and stuff in there. It's got some history behind it. It's pretty cool. This is Ottawa, Ontario. It's about like 4 hours from here. Yeah, so that's what it looks. That's the Parliament buildings in there, and that's where our Prime Minister works. So that's pretty cool. And it's our country's capital city, which is neat. This is the Northern Lights in Nunavut. Oh, this is the Terry Fox Monument in Thunder Bay. There's a lot of Terry Fox statues all over Canada. And here's a fun fact: where I used to live, he actually ran through the downtown street in the 80s, where I used to live in Brooklyn. And I thought that was really wicked when I learned about that, because it's just something cool. Well, here's a cool one. Here's the City Hall in Toronto. And these letters, you can sit on them and whatever. And in the wintertime, the pond out here, it freezes solid, and you can skate on it and stuff, which is really neat. And actually, on my Insta from last summer, I was sitting in, I think, this O here. And since that, they added the Aboriginal color wheel. I say color wheel. I don't know, or the Aboriginal symbol. Indigenous people symbol on the side of there, and I thought that was really cool and really proper of them to do. Here's Niagara Falls, like my shirt. If you've never been there, that place is super awesome, and sometimes in the Christmas they do like Christmas lights and stuff, and Clifton Hill was always a cool place. Here's a wider shot of Toronto, and that's the CN Tower. The CN Tower is actually a really cool place to visit, and that's where the Blue Jays play there. I can't remember what the stadium's called right now, but sometimes in the winter, well, last winter we had like a really bad ice storm, and there was a lot of ice on the outside of the CN Tower, and it actually fell off the CN Tower and went through the roof of the stadium there. It was really scary. But yeah, the CN Tower is really cool. It lights up at night, and the elevator in it has a glass floor in it, and also above it, and I hate heights, so it's really hard for me to sit there. There's also a restaurant in the CN Tower, and the giant white pole on the top there is actually a lightning rod, because it gets struck by lightning a lot. And here's a street in the Yukon. The Yukon is one of our territories, and I actually have a fun fact about there. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. Sorry, just give me a sec. Sorry, I just took a little swig of a drink. I wrote last summer. I want something to do, just for something interesting to do. So I wrote to every single capital city mayor in Canada for fun. And I got a few of them back. The mayor of Calgary, I've already written to him. He's not a capital city mayor, but I'm like, I say we're friends, but I don't really know him. But he made me the honorary ambassador for Calgary on Canada 150. I don't know. I just thought that was really wicked of him to do. His name is Marinenci. He's a really wicked guy. Also, well, for the Yukon, that is, they sent the mayor of Whitehorse. He sent me a letter, of course, back, because I asked him two simple things. I asked him, what do you love about your province or territory, and what do you love about your city? And he sent back a really wicked letter, and he sent me a Whitehorse pin and emblem of Whitehorse, which I still have. Actually, just give me 1 sec here. Sorry, this is a sidetrack, but I don't get to show this off a lot, so my backpack is actually full of pins, if you ever want me to show that off. But anyways, this is the elm for Whitehorse, which is really cool. This is City of Whitehorse, and it says, our people, our strength, which is really cool. So that's what it looks like. And then this is also the pin that I got, which is Whitehorse, and it says the Wilderness City, which is cool. It's got a steamboat on it. So yeah, those are on my bag all the time, because I'm really honored to have that stuff on there. I also have a 3 pin for 3 acts of citizenship or something like that. I got that from Marinenci from Calgary. Yeah, but yeah, if you ever want to hear anything more of that, just let me know. I'm going to do a room tour soon. But yeah, I kind of got sidetracked, so I think that's going to be it for this video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up, and I will see you guys later. Bye.